Hello. During these crazy times right now, I find it so very important to get out of my mat. And I sincerely hope that you will join me today for a nice grounding practice. When life gets a little bit crazy and things are scattered, it really makes me feel good to get on my mat, to feel that mat beneath me, to close my eyes for a moment and really internalize my thoughts. So I hope you enjoy the next couple of minutes in a grounding practice, also known as a yin practice. My name is Cathy, and let's get started. So starting in child's pose, if you like something softer underneath your knees, I personally prefer a blanket. Bringing your knees wide to the edges of your mat, big toes touch behind you, sitting back on your heels, and really extending your arms forward, resting your forehead gently on the mat. Allow the weight of your hips to sink towards your heels. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your face to relax. Staying in your child's pose, just listen for a few minutes. A yin practice, we typically hold our poses a little bit longer, and it allows you to sink in. It allows you to dial into yourself. I personally like to ground my forehead, my third eye center, as it really triggers the parasympathetic nervous system. Finding a little bit of solace in a crazy, crazy world at this point. So as you are in your child's pose, bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's exhale the air that we have. Take a breath in to a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue this breath on your own for just another minute. Slowly bringing yourself out of your child's pose, perhaps coming to hands and knees. As we transition onto our bellies, if you have a blanket underneath your knees, just gently move that out of the way. Coming onto our bellies into Sphinx pose. So separating your feet hip distance apart, planting your elbows directly underneath the shoulders. First of all, think about the elbows reaching back towards the hip points as you draw the heart forward. Your gaze is straight forward for now. And now allow the belly to soften. Allow the shoulders right between the shoulder blades to sink in towards the chest. If you would like something to connect your third eye center to, grab a block or any household item that works for you and just gently bow your head, letting it rest lightly on whatever prop you have chosen. You always have the option of taking the elbows a little further forward if this is too intense on the lower back. But we'll be here for a couple minutes, so settle in. Find the point that works for you initially, that you just feel a sensation. And that's where you should pause, going 2/3 to the maximum of your pose. And as we practice this grounding practice today, I'd like to focus on the loving kindness meditation. So in your Sphinx pose, just gently close your eyes, wherever you're at, close your eyes. And loving kindness always begins with us internally. It begins with you. So with your eyes closed, just in your mind, repeat the words that I'm about to speak. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe from harm. And may I find ease in life. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe from harm. And may I find ease in life. Gently lift up your head, removing your prop out of the way. Coming down onto your belly, stacking your hands, and just pause here for 3 breaths with your head resting lightly on your stacked hands. Placing your left cheek on the mat, take your arms out to cactus arms. And when you are ready, take the right knee out to the right, in line with your hip, and then take the right ankle and line it up with your right knee. And your head is also facing towards the right. Gently close your eyes, allowing the hip points to slowly descend down towards your mat. And now bring to mind someone that you love. Maybe it's a child, maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a pet, maybe it's a grandparent or a parent. Bring that person to mind. So close your eyes and visualize that person as if they were standing right in front of you. And repeat the words, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe from harm. And may you find ease in life. Gently drawing that right heel a little bit closer to your body, lengthening out the right leg behind you. Once again, bringing your head to neutral, stacking your hands and pausing here for 3 cycles of breath. Taking your arms back out to cactus arms. Turning your head towards the left and taking the left knee directly out from the left hip, lining up that left ankle with the left knee, and closing your eyes once again. Just allowing yourself to surrender to the mat. Allowing your thoughts to be still, focusing back on your breath. Notice if your exhales have become a little bit longer than the inhales. It's very common in the yin practice. It's called the sinking breath. It allows things to just surrender to the mat, things we don't have control about. Just let it go. Breathe big, breathe deep, breathe all the way into the belly, and gently exhale it all out. Stay in this pose for 3 more cycles of breath. Drawing your left heel closer to the torso, sliding that left leg back behind you, stacking your hands once again, bringing your head to neutral, and staying here for 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath in. Exhale. Biggest breath of all. Fill it up. And exhale it out. Planting your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself up, coming to a seat. Perhaps you'd like one of your props close by as we come into cow face pose. So leaning back, you have options here. We're going to cross the right leg over the left. Full expression is the feet come out to the side and you stack the knees directly over one another. If that's not accessible for you, take that left leg and keep it straight and just stack the right knee over the left. So wherever you're at, set up your base. And you could also sit on a blanket to lift up your hips a little bit as well. So depending where you are at, sit up tall, gently close your eyes, and really ground down through the sit bones. Make sure the sit bones are connected to your mat. And when you are ready, you're going to hinge forward, sending the hip bones to the back of your mat, whether your leg is straight or whether you have the knees bent. Once again, perhaps bringing that prop directly underneath your forearm. If you have your head resting on a prop, flip your palms so that they're facing up. Definitely a more receiving, surrendering type of posture. And gently close your eyes once again. Notice what you feel, where you feel, and how it feels for you. Just be aware of that. And now let's bring to mind everything in the universe, all the birds, all the animals, all the random people that you run into every day, although not at this point, but think about the person that gave you a coffee at the coffee shop, the person that was having it in a shopping cart next to you at the grocery store. Bring all of those people to mind as if they're standing right in front of you and repeat the words, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe from harm, and may you find ease in life. Allow the shoulders to soften. Notice where you're holding on to some tension and breathe into those areas. The longer you stay in a pose, the more the body just relaxes eventually. Bring your focus back to your breath. Planting your hands, slowly walking yourself back up, unraveling your legs, planting your feet, knees are bent, and just pause here for a moment to windshield wiper the knees left to right. So the transitions are just as important in a yin practice, in a grounding practice, because you notice the blood flow back into the areas of the body. You notice the differences from right to left between the poses. So with your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your torso, just gently lift up your heart. Maybe send your chin up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath here. And on an exhale, let's set up the opposite side. So when you are ready, crossing that left knee over the right, coming up to a seat, and settling in with your spine tall, knees directly stacked over one another, sitting down and grounding through those sit bones, allowing the hips to relax for just a moment. And when you are ready, just walking your torso forward and knowing that you're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So first and foremost, recognize that your right side and left side are not equal, and don't make them equal. Just respect your body, how it's showing up today, every day. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, however it is, be okay with that. Resting your forehead lightly on your prop. Closing your eyes. Perhaps flipping the palms if that's accessible to you. If you are still in an upright position, that's okay. You're allowed to round the back in a yin practice. There's no right or wrong. It's how you feel. It's how you settle in. Letting go of that tension, letting go of that hold. Just breathe into the spaces, into every little nook and cranny of your body, and commit for another minute in this pose. Slowly walking your torso back up. Once again, unraveling the legs, planting the feet. Knees are going to be bent, separating the feet, and just windshield wiper the legs left to right. Fingertips pointing towards the torso, hands behind your back. Lift up through the back of the heart, drop the chin back. Take a full breath here. And let's settle in for Shavasana. So find a position that works for you. Surrendering yourself to the mat. Closing your eyes. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Flipping the palms so that they're facing up. Softening the face. And as you are in your Shavasana, think about that one person that you have a troubled relationship with, or a person that you've already disengaged from that no longer serves you. Bring that person to the very, very forefront of your mind. And repeat the words silently in your head. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe from harm. And may you find ease in life. Slowly add some movement to your fingers and your toes. Perhaps reaching your arms overhead, pointing your toes, reaching the fingertips. Take a full breath in. On an exhale, draw your knees into your chest, pushing yourself to your right hand side, and slowly bringing yourself up to a cross-legged seat on your mat with your hands at heart center. Ending our practice today with 3 breaths together. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in a little bit more, and exhale. Take a full breath in, bringing the thumb knuckles up to your third eye center, and on an exhale, let's bow forward. Namaste.